First, we have to understand what is terrorism. Terrorism is a deliberate and systematic targeting of the innocent, of civilians, of non-combatants, for political or ideological ends. This is what defines terrorism. It's always evil. It's the nature of the act, disqualified. And this is what constitutes the essence of war crimes. The deliberate targeting, not of combatants, but of civilians, is the essence of war crimes. And terrorism is therefore a war crime. It's always a war crime. So there are no good terrorists and no bad terrorists. There are only bad terrorists. Palestinians here, or Islamists on the streets of Paris, equally guilty. That's very important to have that moral clarity. That's the underpinning of the battle against terrorism. Second, this terrorism is being used increasingly by militant Islam. It's not all of Islam, and many Muslims, mostly Muslims are numerically have been the majority of its victims. But it is militant Islam of its two branches, the militant Shiites led by Iran and the militant Sunnis led by Daesh that are fomenting this carnage, both in the Middle East and in Africa and on the streets of Europe. The enemy is militant Islam. Its method, so far, is terrorism. It is in the business of acquiring states. One already exists, it's called the Islamic State of Iran, and the second is being established, it's called the Islamic State of ISIS, Daesh. And with states, the Islamist militants can have a base from which to launch much greater and more lethal terrorism. So that's the second point. What is the method? Terrorism. Who's the propagator? Increasingly militant Islam of both views. What is the system to fight them? One thing. Fight them. Condemn them. Identify, condemn, fight. What does that mean? I'm not going to tell you what is the mixture of air power, ground power, and other means to fight these people. I am saying that you're not going to change them. You will not win them over. You will not pacify them. The only way to defeat this is the way Nazism was defeated. First you defeat, then you denazify. That's the order. That's the priority. And it must be now a common agenda to defeat the forces of militant Islam and not to compromise with.